Hey everybody, John Jamingo here. Edward and I made a mistake. We forgot to press record. And usually I take our recordings and I put them together and I edit them down so you guys can hear the podcast like we're in the same room. But the two guys with the most equipment forgot to hit the record button. And sometimes that happens. But I'm going to tell you what, we have backup audio. It's not as good as our normal audio, but I think the content's really good. And also, we have a special guest that comes in later that we didn't even know was going to show up. So I hope you enjoy the episode, and we'll be back to making our normal content next week. Thanks for listening.
This sounds like a Rubberneckers intro if I ever heard one. John is a racist and Jodie is faceless and I am Edward, of course, but... for marriage.
Just you and I.
That's all we need, really. Welcome to the Rubberneckers podcast. I am your host, Jody B, and below me is Josh, and over there is Edward, and here's John.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Beautiful. John, before we get started, I have some questions for you.
Sure.
The main one, I just want to play some drops that I've gotten, and then I'll ask my question. So, of course, we have...
I want my vagina to look like a porn star.
Right, that's a classic. And then we also have...
I want to suck a dick.
But then now we have...
I want to take a dick in my ass.
And also...
To me, the bravest thing in the world you could do is suck a dick.
And also...
Oh, let me suck your dick.
So do you want to explain yourself or what?
Okay, first of all, you missed one. You missed this one. I sucked dick until I hit that diggly thing in the back of my throat. And I think you missed... No, wait a minute. Okay, so maybe that's the only ones you missed. One of you cut off, I think. But anyhow, okay.
I'll have to be honest, Teresa actually suggested that I go grab those from the Brand X podcast.
I thought I put them in when I was recording them because... Okay, so I will explain myself. So we do stories on the brand and we do them here. And then I'll read something and then I'll riff, like say I'm talking about somebody and I'll riff as that person. And then I will say, you know, basically to me, the bravest thing in the world you could do is suck a dick. But if you take that out of context, if you just cut that right there, then it sounds like I've just said although I do believe that. I do believe that it is one of the bravest things that you can do because I know I sure wouldn't want to do it.
Like, are we going to have a problem here, John? Dave is saying that I'm more pixelated than a Japanese porno.
I don't know this. Do you have, okay, so since we're recording, okay, do you have anything else that would be dragging your internet down? Because here, everything's fine.
I seem fine.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
No, maybe it's taking a little while to get over to Australia. Do you ever do something, I'm sure you have, where you change something and then you don't realize what that was all connected to? So when you change something, you change everything.
Yes.
So today, when I came in here and I quickly made up where we go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Earlier in the day, I had moved the Rubberneckers Facebook page from my Facebook.
Not the Facebook page. That's where all our listeners look at our stream. Come on, man.
So I moved that to my other John Jamingo Facebook account because it should be there. That's where it should be. All that podcasting stuff should be over there. And then my personal life and everything should be on my other one. And I moved it there. And then as we came in here and I looked and it says, oh, destination, something's wrong with destination. I'm like, shit. And I don't have time to fix it right now. So
it's like Grandpa's having trouble with his PC. Oh, you have a Mac. Even worse, honestly.
Yeah, sometimes it is. But yeah. So, I mean, when you do your show, doesn't anybody ever pull any clips of your show and put them out of context and use them against you?
I use them against myself because I'm my only listener. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it goes. Sometimes you go on a rant. Have you ever privated podcast episodes before?
No.
I have. Sometimes you go back and you just go, maybe that shouldn't be in the world.
Oh, you actually you censor your own
I
podcast?
have censored at least 2 or 3 episodes of my podcast, yes.
Why? Why would you do that?
Mostly because things ran their course. Some episodes I put out for a specific reason.
Okay.
And they ran their course, and then I'm like, that really serves no purpose anymore. I take them down. That's mostly why.
Listen, there's podcasts of me viciously arguing with somebody else, calling them names.
I love that.
I rage quit in the middle of a podcast, then had to go back and edit it and then put it back out there again. So, I mean, and that'll stay there forever. I mean, well, yeah, I would never take that down. Once it's up, it's up. Once it's out, right? If somebody has it, they have it.
Yeah, I'm sure it can still be found somewhere.
Well, it might not be, but I would never take something down. I don't.
That's fair.
Because, of course, I think that everything I do is fantastic and needs to be taken and put out to the world.
Now, that may be true, John, but I have something that I wanted to surprise you with here at the beginning, if you don't mind.
That was the surprise. I thought the
No.
That's not the
No.
Thank God.
I thought, since it's just me and you here today, maybe we could, because sometimes we get off on the wrong foot. Sometimes we don't quite go down the same road. We miss our connecting points. I thought maybe we could spend a little time getting to know each other.
Okay.
And so I have a little quiz here for you to take, and we'll take it not together, but you'll take it.
I'll take it.
And let's see here. Let's get this pulled up. And we're going to find out if you're a racist or not.
Oh my God.
So I got a racism test here for you to take.
This might be the first episode that ever comes down.
I thought this would be a good idea.
Racism. All right, let's hit it.
All right. So you see why use this test right over here. It's free.
Well, that's a good point.
Validity and reliability.
All right.
Based on peer-reviewed research.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that, but okay. All right.
Statistical controls. And last but not least, made by professionals.
Yeah. See, okay. All right. But you know what? Let's find out.
Right. Okay. So
every week it says John is a racist. So let's find out.
Exactly. So this isn't just a yes or no. So you pretty much have to go, I agree a little, or I strongly agree, basically, right? Or disagree, or I disagree a little bit. All right.
Okay.
So let's start here with the first question. Is it okay to assume non-whites live up to their racial stereotypes, like black people are good at sports or have big dicks and Asians are good at math?
No, because everything's a bell curve. So I would say it's not, they don't live up to their stereotypes.
But is it okay to assume that they do?
Is it okay to assume that they do?
As a group.
I agree.
Strongly or a little bit?
A little bit. I don't strongly agree.
Question 2. Is it offensive to ask non-whites if they can teach you sports that people of their race have traditionally been good at? Like, black people can teach you basketball, or Asian people can teach you martial arts.
I disagree. I strongly disagree with that.
All right.
And the reason why is because you're white and that they can't teach you something that you're not adapted to.
You're going with the old white man can't jump.
Pretty much.
Answer.
Now, remember, I have a lot of experience in this. I've been around the sun 61 times now. So I have some experience in this. I mean, not all black people can play basketball, and some white people can play.
Let's not get crazy, but okay. So we'll go to question 3 here, and it's is it okay to ask non-whites if they know a friend, coworker, or classmate of yours who is the same race as they are?
All right. Is it okay? Is it okay to ask non-whites if they know a friend or coworker or classmate of yours who is the same race as they are?
So in other words, hey, non-white person, are you closely no, well, do you know another person who is another non-white person like you?
I disagree with that. I just disagree with it. I don't strongly disagree
A
with it.
little bit.
It's
Okay.
not okay.
It's a little bit of a Confucius question, I guess.
Right.
We'll go to 4. Is it offensive to ask non-whites where they're really from? John. 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 Come on now.
It's slightly offensive.
Slightly. All right, cool.
Yeah, because again, if you see somebody, I don't know. I think they do it the same thing with ethnicity. In other words, if they think you're Polish or where you're like what nationality are. It's kind of like asking the same thing.
Cool. I forgot to mention in the beginning here. This test isn't really if you're racist. It's how racist are you?
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. Did I just skip one? I don't think I did. Nope. Oh, yeah, I did. Question 5. Is it offensive to tell non-whites that they speak English so well?
Yes, that is offensive. That I disagree with. It's offensive.
Very.
So I don't agree with it. See, that means I really.
It's not okay. You disagree.
Not okay. Yes, I strongly agree with that because I've seen that done before and it doesn't end well.
See, what I'm concerned about is what if this reveals that you're not racist and then we lose all our fans? Question 6. Is it offensive to suggest to non-whites that they look like celebrities who share their ethnicity? Like Asians and Bruce Lee or black people and Will Smith?
Yes, I agree. It's perfectly fine to say that yes.
Completely fine?
Yes. Yeah. If there's a black guy that looks like Chris Rock, you're not going to say he looks like Rock Hudson. I mean, yes, you're going to say, my God, you look like Chris Rock or you look like The Rock or whatever.
Okay, well, Arseways is saying that we did 5 wrong.
All right, let's go back to 5.
Okay. Is it offensive to tell non-whites that they speak English so well? Is it offensive or not offensive is the question.
It's
offensive. You agree that it's offensive?
I agree that it's offensive.
Good catch, Arseways. Look at you.
She doesn't like me too much. She really... I didn't know who she was at first. And now
you're saying you're not doing the quick. 4 was wrong too, Dave.
All right, let's go back to 4. Let's go back. Let's get this right. Come on.
You're ruining my bet, John. I think you're throwing me off.
I'm sorry.
Is it offensive to ask non-whites where they're really from? You said it. What did you say?
Is it offensive? I say I do think it's offensive. I agree with that statement.
Okay, so you slightly agree.
Right. Thanks, Dave.
Are we good now, audience? Are we good? Do we have all the other ones right? Are we fuck ups? We are fuck ups.
We got to go all the way to 6 now.
All right, 6. Offensive to ask non-whites or tell non-whites that they look like celebrities who share their ethnicity. You agree?
Oh yeah, I agree.
You agree that it's offensive? You said it wasn't offensive.
No, we disagree. God, we
disagree. We do suck really fucking hard.
Yeah.
I'm Jody.
By the way, this thing goes, I'll be non-racist.
That's what you're doing. You're trying to fucking skew the results here.
Honest to God, I'm not.
All right. We'll go to question 7. Do you think it's okay to portray minorities in commercials as being bad at English?
Yes. I agree that it's okay to. Yes, I agree. I strongly agree.
That it's okay to portray minorities in commercials as being bad at English.
Yes.
That's okay.
Okay. I say so, yes.
All right. Question 8. It is okay to assume that people mostly have friends that share their own ethnicity. Is that okay?
Is it okay? I agree that it's okay, but like the middle one, like I don't strongly agree.
You slightly agree that it's okay.
Yes.
To assume that people mostly have friends of the same ethnicity.
Yes.
All right. Question 9. It is okay to assume that the kitchens in restaurants owned by non-whites are generally dirtier than the kitchens in restaurants owned by whites. I
disagree. It's not okay to assume that.
Slightly or heavily?
Slightly.
All right. Okay. Number 10. White people have a duty to educate themselves on the racist actions of their bears. For bears. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with that. I strongly agree with that.
Okay. You
I
have
do.
a duty. You agree that we have a duty?
Yeah, I do.
You
I
would.
do. Yeah, I do. Like the Memphis Massacre. Was it the Memphis Massacre? Or I forget which one it was, where basically the black population there had their own Wall Street, their own businesses. They did only business with black people, and the white people lost their ever loving mind and went in there and just basically killed people, hung people. I can't remember. Tulsa. Thank you. The Tulsa Massacre. I never heard of that before, and I think you should. I think that should be something we learn so we don't do shit like that again. Yeah, I think you need to learn from history. So I strongly agree with that.
So what you're saying is that oh fuck, what's it called? Shit. Damn it. The critical race theory should be taught in schools. You agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that.
Now, John,
that's not the same thing.
What the fuck are you doing?
That's not the same thing. So let's discuss.
Well, we could equate the two.
All right. Yeah. So first of all, learning about, history of people of color is different than teaching people now that they are bad because the people of the past did bad things to other people. In other words, it would be like me going in and telling you that you have to repent because your ancestors had slaves.
Now, the problem is that a lot of people that hold that opinion don't know for a fact, but they believe that that's what's going to be taught to their children when they put this shit up to a vote on like school boards and shit. Well, but it's not. There's two different critical race theories. There's the one that they proposed for schools and shit, and then there's the one that is for lawyers and like graduates, students. They're two different things.
All right. I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why. Because people are pulling this curriculum out here, and some of these schools are telling young white boys that they will grow up to be racist. And I'll tell you one way to make someone racist, and this is racist from black people or white people or whoever, is to tell them that they will be racist. That's one guaranteed way of
doing it. Are you saying that SJWs are Jedis?
No, I say
SJWs. Racist.
They're morons. They're basically social justice warriors or morons.
I think that's an outdated term.
They're looking for they're a hammer looking for a nail. That's what they're doing.
Arsway says we're all a little racist, John.
I know she's baiting me. I can see this. Okay. All right. Are we done with that? Are we done with that question?
I guess. I can't wait for us to argue about every single segment today. I'm excited. I love this so much already.
Okay.
All right. Ready? Number 11.
Okay.
Western history books should take care to stress the contributions of non-whites to Western civilization. Do you agree
Absolutely.
or disagree?
Yes.
Agree?
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly?
Yes. If they did something that would, something that would help the Western civilization, yes. I don't think. Now, here's the other thing. There's that movie. There's that one movie about NASA where they kept
12 years a slave.
Where they kept the black ladies in the basement and they were the only ones that could do math for the white guys. I mean, is that really true? Is that really true? Sometimes I think they take a story like that. Now, maybe one time there was some smart people in there that could have been part of this, but they make it sound like the white guys were morons and the black ladies are the only reason we got to the moon.
No, it's true. Women can do math.
I know they can.
All right. Question 12. I don't really think minorities in the West were historically the target of racist actions. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I don't think they were definitely, yes, they were definitely targets. Hold on. I don't think.
So you disagree?
I disagree. They were targets.
Hardcore.
Yes.
All right.
Guys, you got to remember, I grew up in the late 60s, early 70s when racism was really, really fucking bad. Really bad. You think racism is bad now? This is nothing.
As opposed to when it was good. today.
No, it was horrible back then. It was horrible back then. There was race riot. It was like right after Martin Luther King was assassinated. There was race riots in every major city. Philadelphia, you couldn't go to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
In 1968 or 9, I can't remember. My dad used to work over there. And
you have to walk to work up hills both ways?
No. But they, but he had to work over there, and they had to lock themselves in, and they were all strapping. Let's put it this way: if they came in to burn the place down, if they were going out ablazing. But anyhow,
all right, sounds crazy. Let's go to 13 here.
Mm-hmm.
Racism in Western countries is mostly a thing of the past. Do you agree or disagree?
Is there a neutral one there? I think I'm neutral.
You can stay neutral. Is that what you want? You want to stay neutral?
I think, you know what? Racists in the Western are mostly a thing of the past. I slightly agree with this. I'm going to go slightly agree with this.
Slightly agree.
I slightly agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Question 14. It may sometimes be necessary for Western governments to detain or investigate non-whites for actions that would not arouse suspicion if done by white people. Agree or disagree?
I got to read this one again. These questions are really, really fucked up.
It may sometimes be necessary for Western governments to detain or investigate non-whites for actions that would not arouse suspicion if done by white people.
I disagree. I think. In other words, I don't want the government detaining people of color.
It's not a fucking survey, Mysterious Burger. It's a quiz. We're finding out if John's fucking racist, you piece of shit. Shut the fuck up and listen. Anyway, so what do you do?
There's another. We'll be talking about his kind later in the story. We got an incel story coming up.
All right,
Bradley.
All right, here we go. So you think you slightly disagree?
Yeah, I slightly, yes.
All right. Question 15. It is offensive to suggest that all people of the same non-white ethnicity look alike, like that all black people look alike or all Asians look alike. Is it offensive? Do you agree that it's offensive or disagree that it's offensive?
I agree that it's offensive.
Strongly.
No, I slightly agree.
Mysterious Burger, you're fucking listening to it right now. Shut the fuck up.
I listen.
How are you going to say you don't want to listen to it when you're listening to it and responding to what I'm saying? Go fuck yourself. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, you made that. I slightly agree.
Okay.
I also slightly believe that's true.
Okay. Now, question 16.
All right.
It is okay to portray non-white characters in TV shows as speaking poor and or heavily accented English. Agree or disagree?
I agree. Slightly agree.
Slightly agree.
Yes.
Question 17. I don't want your answer for that last one. Response. It is okay to make jokes about the food that is served in restaurants owned by non-whites. Is it okay to make fun of food that's not traditionally white presenting? What the fuck?
I don't know. I disagree. I strongly disagree. Why would you?
Fuck you, Mysterious Burger. Just because you have it muted and have the captions on doesn't mean you're not still here watching the fucking podcast. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, what did you say?
Strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree. Question 18. Okay. It is legitimate for Western countries to impose stricter immigration restrictions on people from non-white countries than they do for immigrants from white countries. These questions are kind of fucking...
Is it legitimate for Western countries to prove smart?
It's legitimate for Western countries to impose stricter immigration restrictions on people from non-white countries.
You know what? I disagree. I slightly disagree.
Okay. Question 19. It's okay to portray non-whites in commercials as acting subserviently towards whites.
No, it's not okay to do that. Jesus.
Look at this. Now everyone just wants me to fucking roast them. See, I can't fucking win. God damn. Okay, we're going to go to the last question here. It is okay to portray non-whites in Western movies.
Chat, hang on one second. Listen, chat. If you don't behave right now, I'll let Edward tell the other half of that Twitch.
I will finish the Twitch drama story, and I won't stop until I explain every intricate detail about it. I don't give a fuck if you know what I'm talking about or not.
You behave, chat. All right, here we go. Let's go to
Miss Kiff has returned to streaming, by the way, just so everyone knows. He's back. Okay. Still not talking about the incident, really.
Oh.
All right, last question. It is okay to portray non-whites in Western movies in accordance with racial stereotypes, like Arabs are prone to violence and Asians are assertive, etc. Etc.
Is it okay in Western moves? Oh, Western, not like Western, not like, hey, partner. No, you mean like Western moves. Okay. Is it okay? I slightly agree with that. Yes. I slightly agree with that.
I could bring the pace down. I could bring the pace down way lower than this, Nick. You want to watch me not respond to John, leave him hanging out in the breeze, just some fucking silence the whole goddamn episode?
Oh, you're gonna do a Bob? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Come on.
All right. Are you ready to find out?
Yes.
Are you ready to find out? Can we give it about 15 minutes before we find out?
No, now we can't do this because now I'm impatient.
All right, look. Here's your results. Are you ready? For general racism, you got a 54%.
That's not bad.
Well, not good. If you want to know, when I took this test, I got a 0 for general.
Oh, you just
see, you knew that's not fair. That is not fair.
You were not honest.
How dare you? How dare you?
Okay.
Historical racism, you got a 38%. All right.
Right.
Perpetual foreigner racism, 31%, and total racism of 41%. So at least you got an F. You got an F on your racism quiz.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think is good.
As everybody thinks. Okay.
All right. I'm over this shit. Fuck everybody. Fuck all you guys. I don't need you. I'll start my own. Wait.
You're gonna make Edward quit. Come on. Hey, you know what? We could have just not done a show tonight. You would have had nothing to do.
Yeah, right? Guys. What's worse, being bored to tears or not having a show at all? And you doing whatever the fuck you want to entertain yourself? Like watch other YouTube videos that are more entertaining than this right now.
Right. All right. All right. So I'm getting pissed off at Gen Z because Jesus Christ, again, we cannot stop them from whining about shit.
Gen Z, they are offended by an emoji this time.
The thumbs up emoji. This time they want to cancel the thumb up emoji because it's hurtful.
The most basic emoji of them all, some would say.
I mean, and again, so let's get into this. So after a Reddit poster confessed to being not adult enough to be comfortable with the thumbs up emoji reaction, others chimed in to agree and to call out their other common emojis, such as the red heart. For younger people, the thumbs up emoji is used to be really passive aggressive. Why? Why is it? It's like,
look, for real, like if someone, okay, even for millennials, I'll say, if someone says something you don't like and you don't want to respond to them and you want to be passive aggressive, 9 times out of 10, you do use a thumbs up emoji. But it's not hurtful.
You know what I do? If they do that to me, I just type in one word. Sure. Yeah, sure. All right. And it pisses them off. So they go on. It's super rude if someone sends you a thumbs up. So I had a weird time adjusting to it because my workplace is the same. I mean, if someone sends me a text and I send them a thumbs up reply, it's, I've read it, I've understood it, and whatever you just said, I will address. I got it. That's what the thumbs up means. All right.
Maybe to a boomer. What are you in a bunker or something, dude?
Again, we didn't invent this shit. You guys invented it. We adapted it the way it was supposed to be done, and now you're changing the rules again. And then you're blaming us. Go fuck yourself. That's what I say.
Goofy over here. You see the goofy
So go fuck yourselves.
All right. What's this again? What happened?
What happened? Oh, you're reading this shit? What?
No, I didn't read anything yet. Because I'm on a different page. I only use it sarcastically, though sometimes I'm not even sure if irony comes across. General communication culture differences is the problem. Anyone my age in an office doesn't do it, but the Gen X people always do it. They wrote, it took me a bit to adjust to get out of my head that they're mad at me. All right. So here's the ones that they want to cancel: the thumbs up, the red heart, and the okay hand. Now, the reason that they want to do the okay hand is because when you do okay, there's 3 fingers. 3 fingers means a W. W means white supremacy. How stupid. The check mark. Like, I can't even do a check mark now. No. And the poo emoji, which is probably could be used as the most offensive emoji. They want to get rid of that. The loud crying face I never use. I never use the monkey covering the eyes. I never do that. I never use the kissy hand or the clapping hands. I never do the lipstick kiss mark. And the grimacing face I do use every once in a while.
I've used all of these, and now I feel as though I am a horrible person. I gotta be honest with you.
You get suckered into this shit so easily.
I'm sorry. I want Gen Z to love me. They're our future.
No. We have to train them. We have to toughen them up. It's your job. If you let these kids continue to be pussies, then you're my age, everything will be ruined, and you won't be able to live your life again. You'll be sitting there wet nursing these morons your whole entire life. You have to train these kids to be less offended by every fucking thing that comes down the pike. These things were invented to make things easier, communication easier.
John,
what?
I love, here's a different take that you might not have heard before. I love how you always try to blame millennials for Gen Z, but have you ever thought that maybe it's the grandparents? Maybe it's not the parents? Think about these old fuckers who I trip in grocery stores.
Millennial that wants to blame somebody else for the shit that they did.
These old pieces of shit who they take the millennials kids in and they go, oh, we're going to spoil the shit out of you. We're going to do whatever the fuck. And then we're just going to throw you back to mom and dad. They go home with a fucking sugar craze. They're running around the fucking house, bouncing off the goddamn walls. And then we have to try to fucking hone them back in and make them normal, productive people of society. And you're saying that it's us. It's you.
Hang on.
It's always been you.
You know something? I'm going to agree with you. You're right. And this
Hell is yeah. Wait 1 second. All right, continue.
Because my generation was the first generation that started to spare the rod and spoil the child. Then it became an avalanche. So in other words, we basically tried to talk to kids and time out kids and stuff like that. When every once in a while, all they needed was a quick backhand crack around the back of the head, just a flick, a smack in the back of the head. And would it kill you? No, it wouldn't, but it would make you pay attention. Like my father, he would tell me things twice. And the third time that he had to tell me, I had to duck. So then what happened was what's the other Gen X?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
There's something else.
There's boomers. Then there's
groomers.
No, Gen X.
Oh, shit.
Right?
I thought we were rhyming.
Anyhow,
Coomers.
Then they made their kids worse. Oh, and now the millennials are going to make your kids worse. So yeah.
I still blame the grandparents, but you can keep blaming the millennials.
Do. Well, I guess the parents would be the Gen X. The parents of Gen Z is Gen X. So they're the ones to be blamed for this. And then they go to school and the teachers the teachers are afraid of the kids now.
Hey, didn't we just talk about schools starting to institute capital punishment again into classrooms? Didn't we just talk about that?
Yeah, but you have to opt in. I have to opt in. When I went to school, there was no opting in. I had real nuns to beat you with real rulers, real yardsticks, real architectural.
You see what Stuff Buddy has to say over here, though? Millennials and Gen Z are doing the exact same thing that you boomers did when you were young with all that protesting and whining and whatnot. These idiots are just following in your footsteps.
I don't know if we did a whole lot of protesting. Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. See, here's the problem. I am on the end of the boomers. See, Gen X started, I think, in 65 or 66. So I'm just at the end of that.
Amen, Stuff Buddy.
So,
all right. So we agree that it's the grandparents' fault.
All right, fine. I'll go with
Hell
you.
Yeah. All right. I just got to stay persistent and I can crack you.
I'm confused. Yeah. In other words, here's what would happen. Let's say in the 1980s, that you would go and complain to HR that somebody was sending you.
John, I have to tell you something hilarious real quick.
Go ahead.
You never said to record, so I never started recording.
Guess what? Did I?
Did you? We both aren't recording right now.
We're not recording.
God fucking damn it. Oh my God.
We bother that? We're half an hour in now. We only got about another half an hour to go. Fuck it. We'll just put it out the way we put it out.
All right, it'll be fine. It's only two of us, so it won't be as muddled, I
The
guess.
two guys with the most podcasting experience.
We fucked up. If nothing, this shows us that we need Jodie and Josh desperately. That's what this shows us right now.
Okay, I'll go with that. Now the chat's ragging on me because we forgot to press record.
They should. This is fucking stupid.
Again, blame it on the grandparents. It was my fault because I'm the one that always does.
Every single episode you say, okay, ready,
right,
3, 2, 1, record, and nothing
and then
today.
we do it. And then
The disrespect you show me on a weekly basis is astounding.
you know what? I was comfortable. We were having a great thing. I was really excited about the show, and I forgot to sit down and I had my entertainer hat on. I did not have my producer hat on. So I will take the hit for this one. Of course, I have to take the hit for this one because it was my fault.
I probably should have remembered to hit the record button.
Boy, I tell you what, Hutchins is really giving me the road rash here. Yeah, there's a reason he's the best kept secret.
I guess we're just live streamers today.
Thank God that I have thank God we're recording this. Well, I'll tell you one thing: it'll be a hell of a lot easier to edit because I can't do all the little stuff that I normally do.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. All right, what's next, John?
Wait a minute. Why do they need reparations?
Oh no, they're turning on us. We need to send them money.
And again, I'm going to go with bad parenting for this next story. Is the incels? What the hell? When did this shit start? And now that we have wait a minute, where is it? I apologize.
Oh boy, we're falling apart at the seams.
I do this all the time.
God damn it! All right,
no, wrong one. Okay, we'll just go with this. Incel pleads guilty to a plot to slaughter 3,000 women at Ohio University.
Jesus, but now, also I'm distracted by the ad right now.
Which ad is
Julia's daughter is gorgeous. The one that's
Julia Roberts' kid. Oh, you know what? Damn, she is. All right, let's get rid of that there, young man. Can't have you doing this. What?
Can't do this.
What can't you do?
The lack of professionalism on this show.
You can try to run it one time. You can try.
If I was running this, it would be top 10 comedy podcast on Spotify right now.
Sure would be. Here we go.
First and foremost, a Southeast Ohio man is now facing federal hate crime charges after allegedly planning a mass shooting targeting women. Federal agents arrested 21-year-old Trace Gengo from Hillsborough today. Officials say that Gengo, who is also self-identified incel, illegally brought a machine gun, among other weapons, to carry out an attack against sororities at a university in the state. Charging documents claim that Gengo conducted surveillance at a university last January and allegedly searched online for ways to carry out a shooting crime. If convicted, Gengo could face life in prison.
Quick question. Do you think you should get life in prison for planning?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Don't be a fucking idiot. If you want my true real answer. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you. You get out of here.
All right. So because, like, in other words, there was always that chance that he wouldn't do it until.
Do you want to take the chance?
No, I don't. You're right. I don't want to take the chance, but it just seems to me life in prison seems awful hard.
Now, Arsway says, how will he ever get pussy if he kills them all? One answer is he would never get pussy. And the second answer is he just fucks them after they're dead.
Right. And then
it makes it easier.
But
Fish in a barrel.
I gotta love the guy's moxie. I mean, I can't. How do you get a machine gun? I don't know how to get a machine gun. He got a machine gun. You know, he was really planning it out. He had, at least he knew what he was doing. Although the whole searching to how to do mass murder on the internet, it's not really a good idea. It's usually like it goes along with how do you build a bomb.
All right. The Patriot Nick says life sentences for thoughts. No, not just for thoughts, for sitting and planning to murder 3,000 people on your campus. I think there's a little bit of a difference than just having thoughts there. This was written out. Things were bought. Didn't you say he bought shit and whatever the fuck?
Hang on, let's go to the story.
We got a slippery sloper in the chat. Here we go.
All right, here we go to the story. He is identified as an incel or an involuntary celibate. Are men who harbor anger towards women. Incels advocate violence in support of their belief that women unjustly deny them sex or romantic attention to which they believe they're entitled. What? What do you mean you're entitled? Dude, you got to work for it. No one gives up the pussy for nothing. You got to work for it.
Or pay for it. But you still have to work for it.
Yeah, again, get a job, save up some money, and go get a prostitute. This isn't hard.
That's what I did. I paid for a prostitute, and now we're dating.
I'm not
I gotta go, John. I gotta fucking go. I gotta go.
Too late. Okay, here we go. He allegedly wrote a manifesto stating he would slaughter women out of hatred, jealousy, and revenge, and referring to death as the great equalizer. As part of this investigation, law enforcement agents discovered a note of his that indicated he hoped to aim big and count about 3,000 people, with a reference to the same date that Elliot Rogers attack. Oh, was he another incel? Hey, where's Bradley at? Did he fall asleep because of the first segment? He should know who Elliot Rogers is.
We're all sleeping.
Hang on. Can someone Google Elliot Rogers? I for some reason that name.
But for real, look at those shoes. Look at the shoes on the right hand side. They're the worst shoes I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yeah, look at that heel. Come on. These are old lady shoes. Look at
the middle one. I would throw up on those if someone was wearing them.
Yeah. They're very old, like easy spirits. All right, let's get rid of that. He purchased tactical gloves, bulletproof vests, a hoodie bearing the word revenge, cargo pants, a Bowie knife. What's it going to do with a Bowie knife? A skull face mask, 2 Glock 17 magazines, a 9mm Glock 17 clip, and a holster clip concealed for carrying a Glock. He attended Army basic training in Georgia in August to December, and he was discharged for low-level performance and conduct. See? They should have kept him. They should have kept him and made a man out of him. All right.
Incels are a fun bunch. I would love for us to have an incel on and interview them.
Bradley?
We have never done interviews. Would you ever consider doing an interview on this show?
Sure. Absolutely, I would.
Hell yeah. Let's get John Cena first, and then we'll do an incel.
That's what I love. Aim high. You're like this incel. You're just like, I want to kill 3,000 women. I don't want to kill like 10 or 15.
I'm an ally. I'm not an incel, but I'm an ally.
You're an ally of the incel?
Yeah, someone's got to be.
I
got a friend. I got a close friend. I won't say who, but is a very huge ass incel. You've had him on your show before, and I got to show some support for him.
Wait a minute. We had an incel on. Andrew.
No, not Andrew.
No, that was another incel kind of.
You remember when I was out one week and you had King of the Simps on?
Oh, King of the Simps.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which was okay. I got you. B-Rad is MG Toe. What is MG Toe?
MGTOW, men going their own way, John.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's what that is.
See, see you're up on all the vernacular. I am not.
You gotta watch some Andrew Tate clips if there's any left on the internet.
Andrew Tate.
Oh God, how?
I don't know who Andrew Tate is.
How? Just how? I don't understand this, guys. What am I? I have nothing to work with. What do you want me to do?
This is your fault. You need
fuck you on educate. Fuck you on educate. Because the last time I tried to do that, that's so boring. The Twitch drama. I don't even care about this. What the fuck? Fuck you. I'm never educating your ass on anybody.
All right. Me. Okay.
Everyone calm down.
Andrew Tate. I don't know who Andrew Tate is. Is he white or black?
He's tan.
Kind of like you could go either way. He's like high yellow. Is that you allowed to say that?
God damn it. We both have computers. We could both Google Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. He's the guy that he is like, make me a sandwich, and he gets on women all the time. Is that guy? I think I know. I think I've seen him in a couple of things.
Yeah. Listen, the Patriot Nick says Edward is an open and willing asshole for incels. Now, doesn't that make me a hero if you think about it?
I don't know how being okay. So what we really need to do is we really need to gather up the incels and teach them game. Teach them how to be respectful to men.
No,
stop! Don't interrupt me. I'm talking. you teach them how to be a gentleman. You teach them how to be a provider. You teach them how to be something that a woman would desire. And then, and only then, when you treat them with respect and as another oh, here he is. Andrew, take that band off of everything for words he typed into his phone, kind of fucked regardless of what those words were.
This is a very huge simplification of what happened.
Exactly. This is the guy that was pro Kiwi Farms.
Oh no. Kiwi
All right.
oh, that's the Kiwi Farm dude. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one who was pro Kiwi Farms. He's like, oh, if you're for free speech, you should be for us torturing trans women until they want to commit suicide. So
good man.
Yeah. So we need to teach these incels how to get laid. It really is our fault. We should be able to teach them how to do this.
Dave said women need to be respectfully disrespected.
Yeah, well,
true.
You're on the downside of a mediocre career with women. So
it says you can't teach a guy to have a big dick.
I put myself into that spot. You can't teach a guy to have a big dick. Not every woman is a size hog like you. I mean, not every woman is
size hog.
Yeah, not everyone is like a size
queen.
Size queen, size hog, same thing. No.
It's a pig that likes a big dick. How do you know that, John?
What am I 10? Of course I know what that is.
I think you're on a farm. Fucking farm animals is what it sounds like.
No, not every woman. Listen, most
you just
women,
hesitated. That stutter right there was so telling.
Hang on. Most women want somewhere between 5 and 6 inches. And listen, women can't handle a baby arm holding an apple. They don't want that. It's too much. They don't need their kidneys rearranged. Maybe you do.
You're right, John. Women hate big dicks. you're onto something here.
I don't know, ladies. Well, we know that your girlfriend wants them, but and that's probably why she's dating a Sasquatch. But I'm just trying to think of the other ladies that are in here. They're all gone. They left the building.
Oh, I love that we're both not giving a fuck that we're irritating everybody here. I love it.
Right.
I love everyone in the chat right now. Mysterious Burger, me and you could be best friends. And me and Mike or Nick, whoever the fuck, Dave.
Right.
Dave, jump in. We need a third. I'm joking. Don't do it.
He could jump in. If he's set up to do it, we'll send him the link.
Come on, Dave. Mysterious Burger, jump in. We'll have everybody.
Well, Mysterious Burger, he's not
right.
set up to do this.
Right,
it's not like I need his audio because we don't have any audio. This would be a perfect time for Dave to jump back in.
The average uterus length is between 4 and 6 inches.
There you go. What'd I say?
Some people like to be bottomed out, though.
I guess. Apparently, Arsway 69 likes to have it. He likes a battering ram. Try to break the door down. All right. B-Rad won't come on.
He says, LOL, I'm not set up to click on a StreamYard. Beta males like John are intimidated by me.
Fuck you. Hang on.
I'm so excited. Come on, Mysterious Burger. Click on a StreamYard, dude. Arsway says the dick doesn't go in the uterus.
I guess it doesn't. Well, you're talking to another. You're talking to another incel. So what can I tell you?
Yeah, and then Nick responds and says, "Then your man isn't trying, Arsways." True as fuck.
All right, Bradley. There you go. You got the link. Pussy.
Oh shit. Let's see if Bradley's gonna come on.
If he shows up.
Let's see you. If he comes on, I'm gonna shut up for the next segment and just let him banter with you. See how he does.
Okay. He won't show up. He won't show up.
I hope he does.
What?
Here we go.
Who else should I send this link to? Have I been banned by Dave yet? Did Dave stop following me? I'd send it to him too. I don't see Dave here anymore. What happened? I think Dave. Oh, no, here he is. Here it is. There we go. There you go, Dave. There's the link.
Just totally blow up this show. Let's do it.
Why not? What's the difference?
Fuck it.
It's probably be one of the best episodes ever. All All right. Well, listen, while we're getting ready to see if either one of these guys will show up. There he is.
Donuts. Wait.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing there, Bradley? What's going on?
What's up?
Shall I call you Bradley? What is that okay?
Should we call you shit burglar?
What do you want to be called? Any day now.
Hello, can you guys
Yeah, we
can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear you. I had to change my audio. So what'd you want?
You were in there complaining earlier.
All right, you tell us what we should be doing right now.
Right. What should we be doing about the incel community?
I don't know. I mean, I only pretend to be an incel to humor you, John, because you seem to like it.
No, don't start that shit. You were doing this way before I started.
No. That's not true. The entire origin of me being an incel is because you called me one and you said I should make an anime podcast for incels called Insanime. Who's right after show.
And he did.
Yeah, they did.
Not for nothing, but you kind of do sound like an incel. Anyone in the chat agree?
All right, hang on. I got a question. Bradley.
Got me.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you've had a girlfriend? Have you ever had a girlfriend?
High school.
High school. Okay.
How old are you?
25.
25. So you're on a dry spell.
Sure.
Okay. What is it that do you try anymore, or are you just like pissed off at women because
there's an incel in here now?
I'm pissed off at them. That's it, John. Is that Dave?
I don't know. This is the cameras.
What the fuck is this?
It's been a while since. There he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey.
All right. Now, Dave, you've known Bradley for quite some time now. Have you tried to help him out to get him laid?
No, he's too cool for pussy.
He's too cool for. That should be on a t-shirt. I'm too cool for pussy.
All the incels would buy that.
All joking aside, do you honestly think it's an inability, John? Like I'm not, like I'm trying and can't do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you try? You're 24 years old. You're in the prime.
We all know you're horny as fuck right now.
Yeah, you've gotta
maybe hentai's just enough for me, John. Do you ever think about that?
No, I don't. Okay.
What are you saying? What are you saying this whole time? What have you said to convince us that you're not an incel? Everything you said is completely lined up.
I'm not trying to convince you. Believe what you want to believe.
All right.
If you're truly more sexually attracted to cartoons than women, then
Cartoon women, though.
What, you just wave goodbye to me like I'm not worth your time?
No. There's always something else going on behind this. No,
I want to talk about Andrew Tate because I honestly I don't know.
Yeah. How the fuck does John not know who Andrew Tate is?
I don't know much about him other than he got banned from everything. So what did he do?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about this.
I don't know his worst offenses. I just know he was very, very misogynistic in his language.
Well, I said in the chat that he got banned for things he said, and you said that's not right.
You said typing into his phone, which is
typing into his phone.
I'd like to correct Edward. I'll say he was playfully misogynistic. How about that?
Playfully? You think he was playfully misogynistic?
Correct.
I mean, I've seen some of the terrible stuff he said. Like, if you look it up, he told some guy with cancer, like, mocked him and said, like, oh, if you beg me, I'll save your child's life. But it's still like, I mean, it's just words. Don't look at it. It's words on your screen.
Okay, here we go.
I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily disagree that I don't like this whole eradicating people from the internet thing based on words that they're saying. I can't say I agree with that.
All right, so he's a kickboxer. He's born in 1986. He's a kickboxer. How old is he? Should be in here somewhere. Doesn't say. I can't see it real. Oh, he's 35. Okay. He was on Big Brother. Oh, he was on a season of Big Brother. Okay. He came under scrutiny for homophobic and racist comments on Twitter, and the release of a video in which Tate appeared to beat a woman with a belt. Well, did she ask for it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's kink shaming basically. This is what the left do. They say, oh, all sexualities are fine. Do whatever you want. But if it's someone they don't like, then they'll say it's kink shaming.
Okay.
If it's in the BDSM realm.
His
Right.
kink is to be misogynistic to women, and so yeah, you're right. Kink shaming, and it's wrong.
Dave is
They did
correct.
the
It says
same
right here.
thing. Same thing with Johnny Depp. Same thing with that. Who's that cannibal dude? The dude that Army Hammer.
Jeff
Oh,
Dahmer.
Here's the thing though. Is Andrew Tate,
that's just a kink. He just happens to have a kink to eating people. He's not actually going to do it.
All this bravado from Andrew Tate really was just to drum up marketing for his website school bullshit thing where he can make a bunch of money off of people. That's basically what he was doing.
All right. Tate received attention for his tweets describing his view of what qualifies as sexual harassment amid the Harvey Weinstein sexual abuse case, for tweeting several statements about his view that sexual assault victims share responsibility for their assaults.
Yeah. I mean, they do a little bit. It's not 0%.
Well, yeah, you know what? It's like, I'll put you in a movie if you suck my dick, and you're like, well, I don't really want to blah, 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 blah. I mean, look at, what's her name that just, God, I can't think of her name. The blonde that was in the movie. I can't think of the name. God damn, I hate my memory.
I mean, I kind of agree. Like, if you suck a dick for a movie role, like, you didn't get raped. You're kind of just a slut.
Right, basically.
Yeah, it's somewhere between the two extremes, I'd say.
Jennifer, let me suck your dick. Jesus Christ. Yes. So anyhow, yeah, I just think that we should take these incels under our arms and then teach them how to be gentlemen. That's the problem. They probably don't have any male influence. Bradley, is your father still alive? And did you grow up with him?
Yeah.
No, B-Rad's an orphan.
Are you an orphan? Let's
No.
explain so much.
I have two parents who've been together for like 30 years. So.
How disappointed in you are they?
Not very. Considering my my siblings.
All right, listen, he holds down the job.
You're the good one, are you? Okay.
Yeah, he holds down the job. You know? Come on.
Yeah, well, that's true. I do hold down a job. You don't have a job, John. And
I've
you were
had
saying you're going to teach me how to provide for a woman.
Yeah, I could. You know why? I provided for a woman for over 30 years.
I mean, you kind of got abused by a woman, didn't you?
What's happening?
Yeah, multiple women, but anyway.
We call it dating. But listen, it's dating. It's dating. Okay.
And some people call it dating, other people call it abuse. Yeah.
True, subjective.
Listen, did you seen the video of the hot crazy? Right. Well, I used to like to dabble in the danger zone. What do you want from me?
Fair enough.
I got a question, John.
Yes.
Is cheating different if men do it or if women do it? Like
Nah,
when you cheated on your ex-wife, was that different?
Yeah.
To if she had cheated on you?
Okay. I can't get into this. No, it's not different. It's not different. If she cheated on me or I cheated on her, it doesn't make a difference.
Hey, you know what they say?
I think it is different.
It's good to have a key that can unlock any door, but not good for a door to be able to be unlocked by any key.
Once you cheat,
just talk right over me, John. You piece of shit. Just ramble right the fuck over my fucking great quote. It was so relevant.
All right, try it again. Take two.
Nope. Never again.
See, pussy. Because go ahead, just say it again. I'll edit it in. It'll sound really great.
I removed it from the show.
Okay.
That's pretty funny. John.
Yes.
How your sex drive today? How does it compare to when you were in your 20s?
Oh, it's not even 10% of what it's not 10% of what it was.
Yeah, but if it's 10%, that's not insignificant.
How many times a week do you have sex, John?
0 times a week I have sex.
How does your sex drive compare to your ex-wife's?
I don't know. I don't talk to her about that. I have no idea. I really don't. I don't know.
When you were married?
Oh, when we were married, my sex life was horrible.
Yeah. Your sex drive was way higher than hers, right?
I'm assuming
yes. When we were married.
Assuming you started dating before you got married. Was it better before you got married?
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, when you're 17, 16, 17, 18 in your 20s, yeah, of course. It's all that's the only that's all you do. That's all you're doing is chasing it.
So John, what's a man supposed to do when women withhold sex?
Take it.
They cheat. They cheat, don't they, John? In one way, one form or another, they cheat.
Well, the proper way to do it is say, listen, this isn't working out for me. We're going to split up.
Sure.
We're going to split up and go our own ways, and I'm going to go find some crazy woman that's going to try to stick a key in my face and throw a lamp through my TV set. I mean, that's right. See, Duchess says it's always better before you're married. So I would say that the best way to do it, and so listen, I've been cheated on before I got married. I was cheated on a couple times with girls I dated.
Okay.
And then you do this whole big bravado thing like it's the guy's fault. It's not the guy's fault. It's the girl. The guy didn't have any kind of commitment with you. The girl did. But you can't punch her in the face.
Does any woman want to come on to the show? I'll be the woman, ready? Well, maybe if the guy was more emotionally available, et cetera, et cetera.
Whatever.
But then they'll be more emotional, and then they'll get called pussies. So
Well, can't win for losing, right, John?
I think that you can be both. I think you can be, I think you can
a crybaby and a strong man at the same time.
I think you can communicate in a way that is supportive.
Women don't know how to communicate.
That's
a silly suggestion.
But it doesn't make you less of a man being able to communicate, being sensitive and communicate in that way. And okay, so let's talk about, since you're here, Dave, let's talk about you and your relationship.
Wait, I have one more question, John.
Fire away.
John, how many times a week? Damn it. How many times a week do you masturbate, John?
Times a week? Or should we go times a month?
How about times a day?
I was about to say we should do times a day.
Times a month, maybe.
Times a month?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh
I really don't.
I'm concerned.
I have no interest in it whatsoever anymore.
Oh my God.
That's terrible, isn't it?
How do you live?
Oh, very well. I don't have to think about it anymore. Jesus. It really is freeing.
Just cut it off.
Why?
Then you're not using it.
That's not true.
Fuck it. Cut that shit off.
I'm not cutting it off. What are you? You cut it off, not mine. Yours.
Don't cut yours off.
So when you're driving along down the street and you see a fine piece of ass, it's nothing.
No.
You just go straight to the Dunkin' Donuts.
No.
Pay no mind to the fine piece of ass.
Now this is just insensitive by Piccolo here.
Now
how dare you?
Okay.
That's bullshit. Ban him.
So here we go. So this teacher here is 44 years old, and she was having sex and sending pictures and videos to a student, and now she's arrested. That's what she looks like now. She's very attractive. In other words, I would say, look at that.
How old was the kid?
I don't know. It's like 14 or 15 years old.
Said under 14.
She's 44. And they don't tell you anything about the student.
You're being deceived. You're being deceived. If you can tell the first picture and the third picture there, same angle, she's figured out her angles.
So what? Doesn't matter. Even that's not. See right there? That's throw it.
She looks like a crazy bitch there.
Yeah, that's throw
compared to the other two.
I agree.
What Edward's trying to say is that all women are liars.
Exactly.
Even if it's just with makeup and angles, they're lying.
Fuck them all.
Now that's a very attractive woman. Just saying. I can. Yeah.
But don't you think if there's something wrong with like Harvey Weinstein types, like using their power to get sex from actors, there's definitely something wrong with teachers doing what we just read about? See, regardless of sex.
This is my double standard. So in other words, this is my double.
So you don't have a double standard when it comes to cheating, but you do when it comes to sexual assault.
Yes. When a hot teacher, and you know why? I'll tell you a story. This is why I feel this way. So a young, fresh-faced John Jamingo, and when he was a freshman in high school, had a smoking hot blonde teacher. Let's call her Miss G. Miss G just graduated out of college, and this was her first teaching job. She was hot as hell, and she was cool. She was cool as shit. And I'm telling you right now, if there was any way that there could have been any kind of thing between me and her, I would have never, ever, ever said a fucking word. I would have that would have been it. So, yes. Now, is that sexual assault? I don't think so.
Oh, it's statutory rape.
Yeah, that's what they say. But I don't feel that way as a young boy. I think young boys know what they're getting into. Just saying. Isn't it true that men mature sexually more? Well, let's put it this way.
No, it's not.
In other words, they want sex more, and older women want. Like if you could take an 18-year-old and match them up with a 44-year-old, they would fuck like rabbits. Just saying. Most of the time. Piccolo says he could imagine prime Jamingo. I don't think you could. I don't think you could.
We've shown photos in the past.
Yeah, but I mean,
oh, they don't really portray your true essence of how cool you were. Okay,
but listen. I'm not going to lie. Why would I have to lie? When
someone said John's back,
I could talk to women. I am very charming. I am. I'm a charming motherfucker. I'm just saying. I am very charming when I want to be. That's all.
I believe you.
So there you go.
Oh shit. So what you're saying is you
bring a woman in and charm them, John.
What you're saying is you have
let's see your
zero sex
moves.
drive.
You don't think I could?
What?
You know the last person that told me that I couldn't find somebody else, you know who that was? My ex-wife. And within a month, I was dating someone that was 6 years younger than her and a lot hotter. I want to take a dick in my ass. See, where's the rest of it? There's the songs. It's freedom.
But do crazy bitches count, John?
I'm sure they count. Of course they count.
Lisa said, and I've heard this too. What the hell? It sounds like I heard a woman taped up in the background. Dave, you want to explain anything?
No. I've finally got my wife under control. That's all.
So there you go.
Wow.
What's Dutch is saying? Half plus 7. I don't know what that means. Sometimes there's a disconnect between she's answering somebody else in the chat or something. That might be Bradley.
All right. That is me, and the stream's lagging anyway, so I'm just gonna leave.
All right. Well, try not to kill the one you have in the basement there. All right. Well, thank you for coming on.
Bye, sweetie.
Get the fuck out of here. The fuck? By the way, am I wrong that he sounds like he has the typical incel voice? Am I wrong? I said that down. No one agreed with me. How dare you guys?
No, I said he did. You don't pay attention when I talk.
I don't. I'm sorry. Kind of.
All right.
I'm curious to know, like, incels still have sex drive. They're not asexual. So what do they do with that sex drive? Some of them plot to murder 3,000 women. Others jerk off to cartoons, hentai.
I would imagine.
Like the sexual energy's got to go somewhere.
And then some of them decide to go gay because it's easier to get a man and a woman.
Or furry, gay and furry, even better.
Which is what I'm starting to think you did, John, because you're very cryptic about your new sexual history. You claim you're not doing anything. You're not looking for women and blah, blah, blah. What does that add up to?
I don't know where you made. Boy, I hope you didn't pull a hamstring making that jump, young man, because that does not have one thing. Has nothing to do with the other one.
Imagine if we found video footage of John cruising for.
I want to suck a dick. I want to take a dick in my ass. The bravest thing in the world you could do is suck a dick. Oh, let me suck your dick.
I mean, play them all back to back. It starts to, make a curious picture.
Again, you taking them out of context of a story I was reading about something else.
Look, I said it way more times than I have.
The character, the person I was talking about was saying that.
Oh, you're playing
the old joke, John, wasn't that you were attracted to men. It was, chicks with dicks. Whatever you want to call them.
And you got it.
So let me address that.
Okay.
Please do.
See, if you had no feelings, you'd just say no. And move on. So,
the chicks with dicks, it's false advertising because some of these transsexual women.
So you are attracted to them.
They're very attractive. How can you not be attracted to them?
Right? How could you not?
How can you not? They have an amazing female form. That's all false advertising.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm attracted to the female that they think that they are.
That's very beautiful.
All right.
So a biological woman caked in makeup versus a a biological male caked in makeup. I mean, they're both lying. What's the difference?
One still has a vagina.
The difference is the vagina. That's the big difference.
Yeah. So you can get all the way up to what, third base or something when the underpants come off.
It's like it's no. Yeah, the vagina. That's the big thing there. I mean, you gloss over that like it's no big deal.
But yeah, so you can get up to third base, John.
Yeah, you could. You could.
Yeah.
You would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell, you could. You sure you could.
It's only gay if you.
If you knew they had a penis,
plate.
If you knew they had a penis, would you still let them blow you if they were hot enough?
No, I wouldn't.
I don't believe
They keep their clothes on.
Again, I don't care what you believe. All right.
No way, no. You're doing it 100%. You haven't had sex in what, 20 years? What was it?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Crazy.
I'm just telling you right now. Fourth, Jesus Christ, this woman of yours. All right, fourth. Jesus. All right. So anyhow, yeah, I just think, and again, people like, oh, well, you're attracted to a man that looks like a very hot woman, but she's a man. So that's the deal breaker.
Are you attracted to James Charles?
I don't know who James Charles is.
I'll show you. Don't worry. Hold on.
There was one that they were talking about. I think it was on the Anthony Cumia show, and Robert Kelly was on, and he's like, got to bring up this chick. And here's a girl, and she's smoking hot, and she's walking on a treadmill with shorts on. And every once in a while, she's walking, as she's striding, this big giant cock falls out of the shorts. It's like, and I'm like, I can't. I thought it was a joke. Like I thought it was a joke. No, that's not really a woman. That doesn't look like a woman.
You wouldn't make out with him?
I don't. That's not attractive to me.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Is it a woman? It might be a woman.
It's not a woman. No, it's not.
Why is it pregnant?
Why not, John? Anything's possible nowadays. You just got to believe.
Again, see, this is what I'm telling you. It's not possible for a biological male to get pregnant.
Well,
I'm just saying.
It used to not be, but
it's still not. Again, we go back to the same thing. It's still a biological male cannot get pregnant.
I'm going to prove you wrong.
How do you not figure that out?
Man, we're going to see what comes up. Okay.
Yes, there are pregnant men, but
how do you explain this,
vaginas.
John?
Okay.
How do you explain this? Huh? This man is clearly pregnant.
That's clearly a man.
Is it clearly a man?
Look, you can't ignore the scars under his tits.
Also, this is a very dangerous Google search, by the
way. Ignore the scars under his tits. Yeah. Okay. So that's a female that looks like a dude that's on testosterone.
That's a man who's pregnant.
That dude's testosterone level is probably higher than mine. That's probably what I need, Dave. Probably need testosterone shots. That'll get me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've got a tits question.
Sure.
Do you know who Zia Anderson is?
No.
She podcasts with Chip Chipperson, Jim Norton's character.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of her, but I don't think I've ever seen her.
Oh, okay. So she has like A-cup tits.
Oh, she's like Karen, the one that takes pictures of her asshole all the time.
Yeah. Karen Feehan.
Karen Feehan, yeah. She's
yes.
Now there's a woman there that if you dressed her up like a dude, she would look like a 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, she also has small tits. Zia is planning on getting a boob job.
Okay.
How do you to maybe C or a small D? How do you feel about boob jobs?
That's fine with me.
That's what it says, John.
It enhances the female form that she is. Look, I don't have a problem with trans women. I don't have a problem with guys that want to transition into women once they're adults. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
How dare you? You know what? You teach him a couple tricks here in StreamYard, and the next thing you know, you can't stop him.
Nope.
I don't have a problem with that. I just have a problem with that when trans women or the trans community or the gay community or the straight community sits there and says that it doesn't matter whether that woman has a penis, you still should date her. And if you don't, you're a homophobe or a transphobe. And I'm like, well, then guilty as charged, because I don't want anything to do with that. And I shouldn't have to. And fuck yous all. That's how I feel about the whole thing. We've been through this so many different times. That's what I'm just saying.
Genitals are just meat parts, John. You know.
Okay.
You should expand your repertoire.
I don't want to. I don't have to.
You're like a Muslim saying, "Oh, I'm not going to eat pork. Pork's evil." Eat some pork every now and then. Why not?
John, I just found a picture on the internet, and I just want you.
Like, any famous trans?
Can you explain this to me real quick?
Blair White. She's attractive.
Blair White, yeah, she's very attractive. All right, which one do you want me to explain?
This one I got pulled up right here. Rest in peace, John Jamingo.
Oh, that's Dave's handiwork. That's Dave does that.
Sure.
Wow. Great.
See,
I'm so good at photoshopping.
Not a good idea to scroll on this either, honestly.
Yeah, that Dave does that. There's a video. Well, I don't know if it's still up. Is it still up? Where it's just me going donut, fat for 1 hour.
Yeah, it's still up. Yeah. I think that's the most successful Rubberneckers video. I think. I have 500 views just for that. I think.
So let me ask you this: do you have a copy of the video of the Rage Quit? Can I get a copy? Can I get a copy of it from you?
Yeah, I just gotta find it.
I can't. I don't have it. I only have the audio. So how are you? Let me ask you this, Dave. How are you feeling? How you doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started taking a patch for dementia. Do you think it's working? Yeah, John, you were trying to look into ways to cure your dementia.
Yeah. Well, I'm not worried. See, right now, like, so when you say
I don't think you'd qualify. You're not far gone enough.
Let me ask you.
It's a patch called Exelon.
So when you say dementia, do you see things or do you?
No.
It's just your memory's bad. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
well, and cognitively, I've gone from being pretty high functioning down to talking to you guys, barely being able to hold a conversation with you two. So,
well, how's it working? Does it seem like it's doing anything for you?
No.
I remember they told me they were going to give me some kind of medication to help my memory, and I kept forgetting to take the pills. I'm like, this shit doesn't work. I can't even remember to take.
Yeah,
doesn't work at all. Fuck this one. But anyhow, all right. What are we doing now? What are we going to do now? What do you want to do now? Where do you want to steer?
I can't believe you just said that sentence on a podcast. How unprofessional, John. What are we going to do now?
Yeah. What are we going to do now?
You don't have it planned?
This thing went off the rails about a half hour ago. So don't sit here and tell me about a plan.
Well, you invited these two on. It wasn't me. No, it was me, actually.
Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
All right. So I got something for you. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
So Pepper puts out a Twitter. He does this on Twitter, and he does gin and juice. What do we think about this?
Well, there's so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being Snoop Deal Double G, but I somehow, some way keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day, babe. I kick a little something for the G's and break a few ends as I breeze through. 2 in the morning and the party's still bumping cause her mama ain't home. I got bitches in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you wanna do? Shit, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But for what? We don't love them hoes. We gon' smoke an ounce to this. G's up, hoes down, while you motherfuckers bounce to this. Rolling down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind, rolling down.
All right.
People aren't liking it, I guess.
Culture appropriation or what?
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah, Mr. Racist. What do you think?
Well, Nick says it's cultural appropriation. I agree with everything Nick says.
I got to tell you, first of all, I didn't know that Pepper was that talented. I thought that was an amazing version of Gin and Juice, to be quite honest with you.
I wish I could do that.
A lot of people wish you could do that, me included. So hoping that maybe you could start doing some musical stuff for the show.
Fuck that.
Although, I still got to go back that Bob is probably one of the best that we've ever had. Dave's good, but Bob was pretty quick too. The two of them were very good at making songs and parodies up.
I'm saying making a song a week for my own podcast. You think I'm going to make shit for yours? Fuck you. Oh, wait, this is my podcast now too, isn't it?
I think I lean more towards Bob because a lot of Dave's stuff was very hurtful towards me.
Good.
What?
You need that. You
using your own clips against you. The things that you said.
Yes, that's true. Like Dave would take let me suck your dick. And he would make a 4 minutes or 3 minute song out of that.
So, let me ask this. Okay, here's what we can do. How much equity do I own in this podcast now?
You get, you know what? You can have 25% of what we make.
25. Oh, so you're going to do even? That's nice. That's nice. You're missing out, Dave. 25% of nothing is great.
Oh, yeah.
So that means, we need to sign contracts immediately.
Oh, yeah? And what do we need signed contracts for?
For the Patreon that you're setting up right now, for
I've never...
Teesprings merch line that we're putting out soon, for the fucking...
I'll tell you what, let's do this. You run it and I'll set it up. In other words, you take care of the money, you take care of the taxes, you take all that other shit. Oh, now all of a sudden you're shaking your head. No, what's going on there? What happened there?
I mean, if I do that, I'm going to steal the money and end up in prison.
I don't care. I mean, in other words, I'm not going to sue you. Who's going to sue you? Josh? Josh loves you. Jody's not going to sue you.
I would pay Josh and Jody.
Fuck me. All right.
Merch is a good idea, right? We have the cartoons. By the way, when am I getting a fucking cartoon, John? Bullshit.
Okay. So what I need from you is a picture.
A dick pic. I'll send you
one. I need a picture of you where we can actually see your features, so I can send it to the official cartoon artist of the show, and then he can make a cartoon of you. Dave's got one. I got one for everybody else.
Only one.
Yeah, the only one. And I would do it. I would even put you in touch with the guy through Discord, and you guys can work it out and get yourself.
I'll fucking talk to him.
Sometimes I think you're more difficult than Bob.
Probably.
Yeah, I do.
I am glad that me and Dave finally got to meet.
Oh, you've never met before?
No, but I'm definitely going to rub one out to this interaction tonight.
So's Dave.
Excellent. Hey, did I tell you guys that I'm now owned by Massa Delvin Cox?
No. When did this happen?
I'm now, except for this appearance, exclusive on his Patreon.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me a black man owns you now? That's amazing. See? And you say that there's not racial equity in this country. Look at this.
Not just me, John, two others as well.
He owns two other white men?
Me, Ben, and Mike.
God damn. See? That's what I like about Delvin. He's an entrepreneur. He's going up in the world. He's got himself 3 white boys.
And he half owns Jody too.
Again,
he does a Patreon exclusive with Jody as well. So
yeah. I see. I'm a fan of Delvin Cox. I'm a huge fan of Delvin Cox.
Can we start a Rubberneckers only fan page?
We did have one at some point. It had Devin's dick.
Yeah.
It still does.
I do, Nick, you piece of shit. That's who. I wear sunglasses at night. I wear my
sunglasses at night. Why? Why is this? Take those glasses off. Let's see what your eyes look like. Are you brown eyes, blue eyes? Come on. Take it off.
He's blind. He's got no eyes.
You want 25% of this you want to be 25% of the company? Take those glasses off. I'm gonna Harvey Weinstein you.
No, look, I just think that we need to start expanding. Let's do another state of the podcast without half of the people here.
Okay. All right.
I think we need to start expanding. We need a Pornhub account for sure.
No, but go ahead.
No, for sure. We need a Pornhub account and an OnlyFans, and that way we can split the content between two different audiences, right?
Yeah.
We're doing the same shit with streaming audio version of this podcast. We do it with everything else. Why not get into the fucking
I'll be honest with you, because I don't want to deal with the financial part of it. I don't want to deal with it.
How much money would it take for you to allow me to fuck you in the ass?
There's not
That's
enough
the
money.
question. That's the question.
Enough money. First of all, from what I see from your girlfriend, she likes huge cocks. So I'm not letting you fuck me in the ass. What are you kidding me?
Jesus Christ.
Not even for $1 billion from Alex Jones.
Yeah, you know what? You sit there and say that someone put $1 billion. Okay, if someone puts $1 billion, okay, I'll take an ass reaming for $1 billion, and I can get all the preparation H and
Preparation H,
whatever to fix my asshole afterwards.
You mean,
you know who would definitely do it is Josh. Josh would definitely have sex with me, and I think that the question is, do you guys get paid for me and Josh having sex? Now we're doing all the work.
So what?
I want all that profit, I think.
Well, then I should get all the audio. I should get all the Patreon profit because I do all the editing. And so, see, again, this is the problem. You
would be nothing without my audio.
I don't need your audio this time. I can just go get it. There is no audio this time.
No audio this time.
I do have a question about the current incarnation of the show, or as of last week.
Yes.
Sometimes it seems like there's two shows going on at the same time. There's the John and Jodie show,
right? And
then there's the Edward and Josh show. Edward and Josh are often like snickering to each other.
How dare you point that out?
I don't disagree with you. But here's the other thing.
What's going on there?
It's young versus old.
Well,
okay.
I'll tell you what. First of all, I love the fact that Edward and I did the show today, because here he is. He's stepping up. He's doing shit. A lot of times he kind of slinks in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that. I need him to step up. I want to slink in the background.
Leave me alone.
I want to.
You know what it is? I do my podcast on the same day as this one, so I know that I have to talk for about that much more after this podcast is over. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give bad quality to the Rubberneckers podcast and give the good quality to mine. So if anyone would like to listen to my podcast, it's called Am I Cancelled? Cancelled has 2 L's in it, and there's a question mark at the end because I'm British.
Okay. And Dave, since you're owned by a white man or black man now.
See, you couldn't do it. You fucking couldn't do it.
Couldn't say it.
I tried.
Freudian slip there.
Since you're owned by a black man now, where can we find your content now that you're
Delvin Cox Experience on Patreon?
Okay. There you go. All right. Well, I think we've done it all. I think we've said it all. Do we have anything else to do? I mean, we've
done one last question.
Sure.
Do you know who Chad Zumach is?
Chad Zumach is a comedian out of Florida who was arrested for
credit card fraud stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I've been watching various stuff, and someone claimed that he had 82 Patreon subscribers, and they were framing that as, oh, he's a big loser. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way Chad Zumach has 82 real Patreon subscribers.
John, they're right. We didn't do fuck around and find out. Sorry to interrupt.
And then I was thinking, what was Chad done for? He was done for credit card fraud.
So look at Dave, Detective Dave over here.
Detective Dave says that, Chad's used stolen credit card numbers to give himself fake Patreon subscribers.
All right. So you know that I'm a big fan.
I've done a lot of pathetic things, but nothing that bad. Holy shit.
Well, that's really dumb because it can be all traced back to him. So you know I'm a big fan of Anthony.
Yeah.
And you're a big fan of Brennan. Which one is Kevin Brennan?
Yeah.
Kevin? Okay.
Not Neil. Fuck Neil.
All right. So Kevin Brennan goes and does a show on
if someone's listening to this and doesn't know any of these people, it all goes back up to Dave Chappelle, which you've probably heard of. Dave Chappelle to Neil Brennan to Kevin Brennan.
Okay. Well, first of all,
or Opie and Anthony. They're the two references. But there's people that know who Dave Chappelle is that have no idea who Opie and Anthony is.
All right. So just follow me. So
where are you going?
So whatchamacallit is a comedian. I'm trying to think of his name now. I just lost his name.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
No.
Oh, Anthony Jeselnik.
Anthony Cumia.
Anthony Cumia.
Hang on. He was doing a live show.
Jim Norton.
And Gino
Visconti
was showing.
Is this worse than the Twitch drama story, Edward?
Patrice O'Neill.
How many names have we thrown out?
I don't know.
Give me a second here. I'll try this over again. So Anthony Cuvia is doing a live show. Kevin Brennan's
Bill Burr.
Biscani because he's giving his cell phone number out.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They had this big, huge fight live. Kevin goes to leave. As he leaves, he slams the door. When he slams the door, something fucking happened and all the electricity in the whole fucking studio went out. So now Anthony Cumia is live on Instagram doing the rest of the show live on Instagram.
Wait,
they have no powers.
That happened on Anthony Cumia's show, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Hilarious.
So he's in it. So
that's pretty fun.
Yeah. So it's pitch black and he's sitting there trying to do the show and he's holding his camera up and Gino's there. Another comedian, Bob Levy, who's from New Jersey.
Bob Levy.
Who's like 80 years old. Yeah.
All right. So let's go to fuck around and find out.
Bob Levy, for anyone
anyway,
who used to eat blue cheese out of girls' assholes on stage.
Yes, he did.
In his act.
Yes, he did.
The moral to that story is what? More drama, more fights, more drama.
Sure.
And the moral to the Twitch drama story from the other week was more sexual assault.
Sexual assault.
Hey, whatever it takes to get attention, right?
All right. So did you ever see something on TikTok and then you say, man, that's a good idea. I got to try that. So here we go. Let's fuck around and find out.
No, I've not.
You sitting there?
What the fuck is this?
Because girlfriend's kind of hot.
Can I yell at you?
Guy sees this. He's like, this is hysterical. Watch me do this. So he's sitting there, turns around. Here comes the wife.
Doesn't even notice.
She notices on the way out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
instead of a tap to the ass, it's a right in the balls.
Right in the grapefruits.
Pretty good acting from that guy, hey?
Mm-hmm. You think that's all set up? Might be.
They're all set up, John.
All right. I don't think this one.
Anything that makes it to you is set up.
All right.
It says, see, Edward, that's how you do a story about multiple people. You have to make sure they're relevant and well known.
There you go. All right. Here's
that, John. Piece of shit.
Here's a family.
I'm gonna remove you again.
And
Oh my God!
a deer ends up in the front yard.
Love this video.
Back up. One baby bear. Baby.
All right. So now the little tiny dog attacks the deer.
I hate tiny dogs so much.
Right? And instead of that deer just shish kebabbing that dog, that hot dog wiener, now this lady's going to take her bag and she's going to hit the bag. Was it a bag? It's a bag, right?
So, no, that's what I'm saying. It's so stupid. You're going to hit this deer with a bag.
Bag, right? Now, so here comes the deer.
Immediately screams.
Now, I can't believe she didn't get gored by this deer.
I can't.
Here comes the old man. He comes out. He's got the deer by the horns.
Ah, I see what you did, John.
She does not stop screaming. Jesus Christ. She's not even in trouble now. She's still screaming.
It's pretty good acting from the pet deer, though, isn't it?
It is.
I can't get in the car.
I hate that there's no resolution to this video. Fuck you, guy. No, but what I saw in comments is she was still screaming because she was injured, but still.
I guess she wouldn't shut the fuck up.
She wouldn't.
All right, here we go. Dave, you're going to like this next one. It's a sexual fetish film, I think. I can't explain anything else about this.
Getting banned off both platforms now.
This guy's...
Jesus Christ. I'm not happy with this.
Oh my God!
All right.
See, that's what
cut
happens.
of people getting whacked in the balls.
It's like when you get fat enough, you just become a spectacle and something to be fucked with.
I don't care how
you're not a person anymore.
First of all, I don't care how fat I get. No one's going to hit me in the balls with everything with the kitchen sink like this guy did. I mean, it's
We'll see.
I'm just telling you.
So
All
he's
right.
never engaged in cock and ball torture, John.
No,
CBT.
no, I haven't. Although when I was playing poker the other night on VR, a girl asked me how much if I was ever in the shower and grabbed my nutsack and stretched it out and seen how much water it'd hold. And I said, you know what? I don't know, but I'll let you know next time I get in the shower. I'll check and get back to you.
Video it and put it on the OnlyFans. There you go. This is
There we
content.
go. I was gonna say you're gonna be trying some cock and ball torture.
All right. So
John's ball sack cup runneth over.
There you go. Here's another one I don't think was made up. I think this kid started this and just didn't realize he fucked around and found out.
Hey, y'all guys. So you see this? I'm going to pull this on the count of 3. 1, 2. Whoa! Ah! It gets back in his face! God darn it!
I love it.
All right. And then, Dave, you're going to love this next one. I'm glad you're here for this.
Dave, do you remember why you're here?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
Do you
This
remember where
next
you
one
are?
here, I'm just going to say this. Wait a minute. Where's my thing here?
I love it already.
This one starts like this.
Welcome to Walmart. Inward.
All right, so we have a good old Donnybrook happening here in the Walmart. I don't know what happened or how it started, but we have 5 or 6 people over here having a fight in the front of the store. Now, I'm going to back this up a little bit because this one woman over here, if you see here, I'll start this right here. She starts to take her shoe off because you can't punch. Now she's beating someone with her shoe. All right. Now here comes. It's going to pan over here to.
Hello.
All right. So this woman right here, she picked up one of those stanchions in the thing where you rope people off. She broke the bottom, the big base off, and now she's got it like a baseball bat.
Hey, hello. Hey, hello.
All right. Oh, she hit her right in the face with that thing, right? Hold on. Let's go back again. Shit.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because it broke before it got to her.
Yeah.
That's a steel pole. What broke was the plastic thing that was on the end. It had the strap in it. That's what flew off of there. So you think that's over. This guy in the red hoodie picks it up. And he hits the lady that had it first.
The lady did not flinch.
She's down on the ground over there. Now she's right now trying to come to her feet.
Surprisingly, camera person's doing not a bad job.
God damn it.
Not the only person filming either. Jesus.
And the test I took earlier, I guess I'm not supposed to say, what, you want this?
Black people.
I guess we're not supposed to say anything about that. There was all black people up there doing all that in there. I mean, is that insane? I mean, we're not supposed to mention that. If I say that, am I racist by saying that?
To most people, yeah, you are.
I am.
To
Okay.
most people, yeah.
All right. So I'm supposed to say a bunch of people got in a fight there.
Maybe not most people.
Okay. Just check.
A loud minority.
A loud minority. All right. Well, listen, Dave's got breakfast. We've been doing this for an hour and 38, and somehow I'm going to have to try to figure out how to make a podcast out of this.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, Dave, I appreciate you coming on. It was nice to see you again.
Okay.
Hold on.
Nick, I didn't call him racist. I said most people would think so. God damn. See, you can't even not have an opinion and without getting fucked on. This happened to me on Twitter. I got my first Twitter person who banned me or blocked me. I made some tweet about about something what I don't care anymore. I lost steam. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
All right, hold on. All right, so you made a tweet, and how did you know that somebody blocked you?
Because it told me you can't view this person's tweets anymore. They had written to me on my Twitter. Can you stall for like a minute?
Yeah, sure. I can do whatever you want here.
All right.
Because it's so cute that the fact that this is the first person that's ever blocked you on Twitter. I get blocked by people that I don't.
The first Twitter person who's blocked me on Twitter.
Right.
Who is all. So the hashtag unvaccinated was trending.
Okay.
And I don't know what they said anymore. But I said, wow, no one feels more justified than mothers who always refuse to get their children vaccinated. Right? Basically is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote something like, wow, putting words into mothers' mouths about getting vaccinated and hey, how do you know that vaccines are good for you? Some shit like that. I'm like, I didn't even give an opinion. That statement has no opinion in it.
So what you were saying is that the women that don't vaccinate their children, now that it's coming out that this vaccine doesn't prevent the spread.
That's not what I'm saying. No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Kind of sounds like what you're saying.
Sounds like you want to have the discussion. I'm just saying that I found it funny that unvaccinated was trending because the people who have benefited from the pandemic the most is those mothers who were always saying vaccines aren't safe for our children, yada, yada, yada.
How did they benefit?
Who? Oh, just because there's a bigger crowd now that's on their side.
Oh,
that's all I mean.
Because
that's all I meant.
The people that benefited the most were the pharmaceutical companies that put out this vaccine. So
I'm not doing it. I'm not having this discussion with you. I'm not doing it.
So are you vaccinated?
Yes.
All right. Are you boosted? Dave, always welcome.
No.
You're not boosted. Why not? Why aren't you boosted?
Good to meet you, Dave. I don't know. I just never did it.
Okay. Laziness? Or did you say, you know what? I don't think I'm doing this anymore because it doesn't seem to be doing anything and I don't need this shit in my body.
Laziness.
I'm not taking a chance.
Laziness, pure.
I think you're lying, and I'll tell you why. I think what happened is you took and did what any normal person would do is you made a risk reward analysis of whether you wanted to continue to do this.
Wrong.
And you said, you know what? I see people getting this disease, even though they've been double vaccinated and boosted, and they're still getting it. And I see people my age, very large men having enlarged hearts over this thing, and I don't think I need to get this anymore.
Well, the vaccination isn't supposed to prevent you from getting it.
It used when it first came out, it did. See, you guys don't have
no.
Don't make me pull the clip. Of course, I got Biden.
It's not to prevent it from happening ever.
It did. It absolutely did. All right, that's it. I'm going to pull the clip next week, and that's how we're going to start the show.
Let's do it. I love it.
All right.
Hashtag unvaccinated.
How long do you think this show would last if it was just you and I?
You and me, we could probably do a 3-hour show, to be quite honest. I don't think anyone would be here at the end, but
I mean, how long would you put up with me?
Oh, you mean how many episodes?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't really quit for podcast shit. Okay. I just make everyone quit around me. We're one and the same, John. We just have different opinions.
I understand that. All right. It's been an hour and 43 minutes. I would do this again. I had a blast. It would have been nice if we would have recorded our audio so this would sound better, but it's going to sound like shit. But I think that the content will overcome the sound quality.
The two people that talk the most about audio and fucking podcasting and the merits of having a good podcast and wanting shit to sound good. The guy right here whose probably most famous rant on podcasting was to do with unprofessionalism of podcasting.
Yep, that's me.
Forgot to tell us to record.
That's me. All my fault. I don't care what anybody says. One of the best rubberneckers we've ever done. It's going to be right up there.
Josh and Jody got their work cut out for them when they come back.
Top 5. I would love to see Josh and Jody do a show by themselves. They would probably remember.
Now we're doing iterations. I want to see Josh do an episode by himself.
I don't think, you know what? I can't do that. I need somebody to talk to. I can't do that. I know you have to do that. I did the very first podcast I did was by myself, but I also looked for some interviews in it too. So
what makes a podcast good? We're getting philosophical now.
It has to. Okay, a podcast has to make you laugh, cry, groan, think,
but also audio quality,
it has
production.
I think so too.
Those things, fun things.
Yeah, there's some amazing podcasts out there that I listen to. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard was on Joe Rogan just the other day. That was an amazing podcast. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I've listened to lately that were like just really, really good podcasts. Just to listen to those two talk about what's going on in the world and everything. Just two people hanging out that actually, like, Tulsi Gabbard actually knows what's going on. For her to go in there and talk about shit, it was just amazing. So again, let's see. We've been here for an hour and 44, and Bradley, you're still here. So that makes it a good podcast. What can I tell you?
Hey, we got you all the way through.
And Bradley, I want to say thank you for coming on. That took balls. I didn't think he'd come on.
I didn't either. Yeah, and fired me up almost immediately. That's always fun. I love talking shit to the.
Yeah, it's a shame you had to go back and tie the gag back in that girl's mouth that's in your basement because she was making too much noise.
Yeah,
but you know what? Shit happened. It's been a crazy night.
You're lucky we have bad audio this week.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with us. We will be back here next Thursday with a full crew.
And remember,
to me, the bravest thing in the world you could do is suck a dick.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.